his servant. "This one, Monitor 35. He refolded his arms over his armored chest and chuckled slightly. "Out of all the timelines I have observed, I like to look at this one particularly often." "Everyone needs a favorite, I suppose," Lirib murmured. The man stood straight, adjusting his flowing kimono-like gown, and stepped closer to Kang. Lirib looked like a priest of a sect all his own, his face a slate of control, his emotions betrayed only by the occasional twinkle in his watery eyes or the slight turn of his taut, thin lips. He peered forward, squinting at the monitor. "That appears to be a pig, sir." "Ha! Yes, a pig with the proportionate strength of a spider, no less." He could not contain his mirth. There on the screen, what appeared to be a bipedal pig clung to a brick wall. Its face was covered in a red mask, which only accentuated the length of its snout. The pig in the red and blue long johns scrambled up the wall before shooting a web from a red-gloved cloven hoof, and soon went zinging off through the Manhattan streets, now and again oinking a humorous quip. "How do you like that?" "I'm glad to see you're putting the Lord of Time's machines to good use, sir," said Lirib dryly, before turning around to shuffle toward a bookshelf. Kang clapped his hands, raising an eyebrow at the tall man. "This is your problem, Lirib. You get so little joy out of life." Kang stepped to a console on the wall, keeping his eye on the gigantic set of screens. He tapped a button, and each of the monitors crackled and shifted once, bringing up another random shot of each screen's chosen timeline. Kang sat at the console as Lirib brought him a cup of tea. "You should see the Avengers in that timeline. Amazing what results when something happens to make a different species evolve into the ruling sort." Lirib poured the tea, raising an eyebrow. "Imagine what Kang must look like in that universe." I don't have to. Let's just say he was rejected by the Council of Kangs. Kang traveled through time so much that he had created alternate versions of himself, enough that they had to form a council to try to keep things from getting totally out of hand. "Really?" "Yes." Kang brought the cup to his lips. "But I like to think there's a little of him in all of us." Lirib sighed. Out of all the Kangs and all the timelines in the multiverse, he had ended up with one with a sense of humor. "Had any luck with your search?" "Sadly, no. But I'm in a fairly good mood just the same. All these wonderful objects." He stretched out his arms, as if embracing the vast fortress. "Immortus, wherever you are, I thank you from the bottom of my heart." Lirib nodded. The servant and the master were the only two beings in the entire fortress in Immortus's deserted realm. Kang had found Limbo before, of course. Once he had found poor old Immortus's body sitting at these very terminals, his cowl sinking over his skeletal face, his body long withered away. It had been a short stay. It had turned out that Immortus wasn't even dead. But this time, nothing. Nothing but all that Immortus had left behind. Kang was searching for Princess Ravana. The vast array of machines that Immortus had used to guard time, Kang looked on as a tremendous gift, and he had taken up his search furiously, his only amusement the occasional enjoyment brought by the few singularly ridiculous timelines he could see. He had been searching for a time that could not be measured, as was always the case in Limbo. Of course, the monitors were not the only boon he had received. The Conqueror stood, putting down his cup and stepping to the monitors. He tapped a button, and they switched again, and his eyes scanned them all. "I will find her." "Of course you will, sir. The odds alone indicate that you will." "I will find her alive," Kang continued. "That too. And she will not die the moment I find her." "The odds are still good," Lirib said, staring at his own post. "And she will want to be with me." "Not out of the realm of possibility." "Of course."